Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is TsC Talcum bringing you a gameplay on Museum with Mia So Skilled, Summers, and TsC Paradox. I had actually just finished doing this recording, but unfortunately my headset that I record on was on mute, so I'm gonna attempt at doing this again without pulling out my hair. So, a little bit about me is I'm 20 years old, I'm from New York, and I've been playing competitively for about 4 years since Modern Warfare 2 was released. I know that's the start of most of the people nowadays, but that's where I got my backings from. Uh, my buddy, who's also a current teammate of mine on TsC, is actually the person who got me into competitive gaming. TsC Ice Fane. He's graduated high school with me, and he's the one who actually ended up showing me how to play video games and be good, along with watching plenty of videos from Call of Duty 4 favorites, Blame Truth, and Excalibur. I watched them and their tip videos almost religiously because I wanted to be able to be decent at a game. And, well, now I'm here. I ended up playing Far Cry 3 and getting an acceptance from TsC, and I've been playing with them for a couple of months now, and it's been a pretty fun experience. Here we're playing a little bit of Crysis. It's actually a really fun game. I've never personally played another Crysis game before. I only played through a couple of levels of Crysis 2. So this was a really interesting and different game for me to get used to. So here we actually have two players from another team that stay in this game for a little while. It's King. We have King New York and King Average Joe. I've played with against a couple of people from the clan. Much respect towards them. Here I get a max suit relatively early, and actually here King leaves right now, but I get a max suit relatively early, and a little trick with max suit is do not go invisible. I've learned a few times that if you ever go invisible, it's still the same amount of shots to kill you. You're not invincible like you would be in normal max suit mode. So keep that in mind. Also, the max suit stays a couple seconds past the 0, so you have a little bit more time. I personally suggest using the max suit right after you die. That way it will build up your kill streaks, and then you can get it all over again. I don't think in this game I get too many max nano suits. However, I do kind of flood their team with Ceph gunships, so I guess that kind of is just as good. Now, I love having the Swarmer for up close range. It's one of the best things. If you're close up, you just do a jump back and aim the gun at the ground and they're dead. That was awesome. Just gonna throw that out there. Here, I don't know how Rodog doesn't die there, but unfortunately this game takes about an arm and a leg to kill someone, so you can't do all that much with what you're given. Now, at the point that this video was recorded, the Scar is still the dominant weapon. So, I mean, to all you Scar haters, I'm sorry, I just cannot justify using any other gun during this time period other than the Scar. From what I've heard from this newest patch that they've released, that the Scarab and the Grendel are two of the top guns. I have not played Crysis for a while. I've moved back to Far Cry 3 with TsC, playing a little bit of that. We actually just had a clan match the other day, so I'll be bringing you a commentary on that. I'm sorry to say, however, that it is very laggy. The people that we were playing against were from the United Kingdom. That being said, on Far Cry, which had some of the worst lag to begin with I've ever experienced, the lag was completely intensified. So I apologize for what's gonna look like a very laggy gameplay, but sorry, I had to get a drink here. My mouth is getting dry. So, a little tip for all ye who are new to this game. A lot of you tend to be kind of center focused. You don't really look in any directions other than straight ahead, and you don't tend to check your behind you. I cannot stress the importance of flanking and having a person on your team that plays that as a position. If your team does not have a successful flanker, your team is in a lot of trouble. What the flanking position actually allows is a disruption of the enemy team, thus causing spawns to switch, them to be away from their teammates, and your team to just come and close right in and just nail them. Now, another good topic is the topic of corners. A lot of people, and I don't always do it, I do it sometimes just to switch things up, is jumping around corners. That disrupts the aim of the other person. Like that, for example. I had the time to get right back on him before he could even sight on me. Had I just casually gone around that corner, his sights could have potentially been right on me. It's a much more dangerous situation than one would prefer to be in. Now, this guy just survives like 3 swarmers, and I do not know how. I was relatively angry about that, but thankfully we have Summers over here to clean up my failing. So, another thing I want to ask you guys about is, what is your opinion on the Xbox One and the PS4? I have not honestly come to a conclusion. I'm more than likely going to purchase the Xbox One if I go with any of the consoles, surely because everybody I know and am friends with is switching over to the Xbox One. That being said, I personally am not too impressed with the Xbox One. I feel like the PS4 could possibly be a little bit better, but I'm not going to make my decision until all the information has come out for both consoles and everything is set in stone, as to speak. So, I really want to know what the public's opinion is on this. Those of you who aren't just getting it because that's what console your friends are getting, or if you're going to just get both consoles, what do you guys think? And are you happy with the fact that, for those of you that own gaming headsets, are you angry at the fact that Microsoft at this time is not having them backwards compatible? I know personally, me who uses the Astro A40s, I'm quite angry at the fact that the Xbox One will not allow me to use my Astros at this time. As far as I'm aware, it's a licensing agreement that they have to deal with to even create a port for the Xbox One to be able to use the gaming headsets. Now, I understand wireless headsets might be able to be used, but any wired are not. Anyways, that's the end of this game. I ended up going 46-3. A couple of my teammates ended up lagging out, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please comment, like, subscribe. I'd love to hear your ideas for what to put up. What would you guys want to see? What do you guys want me to talk about? And any overall suggestions that you might want to make to me. So, on that note, have a good day, YouTube.